Hello, 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 and welcome to this live broadcast. I am Skip LaCour. I am so glad you are here for this live broadcast. As you come on to this live video presentation, that's what I like to call it, a video presentation, make sure that you say hello. Post your questions, your comments, your suggestions. I'm so glad you're here. I want to make this interactive. If you're watching on a replay version, that's great too. The vast majority of driven, hard-working, determined men who are just like you watch it in the replay version. Post your comments, your questions, your suggestions down below in the comment section. I'm going to watch this feed all throughout the day, and so I want you to participate even if you are watching this on a replay version. Set your notifications, whether you're watching it live or on a replay version, so every time I go live, you'll be notified and you can jump in and participate, and we can really connect. I want to acknowledge you for being here. Hello, there's my brother Ron here with us today on this live broadcast. Hello, Ron. Let's see. Van, good to have you here. Tell me what part of the world you guys are joining me from. I always love it. Hey, thank you for those loves and those likes. I appreciate it. I'm so glad to be with you here today. You guys help me step up, go for more, talk, and walk, right? What I love most, and I get to share that with you. I want this to be interactive. That's why I come to you so often. I get a chance to communicate with you. I'm going to talk about that too. Hello, Alejandro. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Good to have you here. And it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. I know our friends in Australia, it's nighttime there. Hello, James. Good to have you here, sir. All right, I'm going to do a set, but as you are coming onto this live broadcast, I want you to make sure that you set your notifications so every time I go live, you can jump right on. All right, I want you to say hello, like Ansar just did. Hello, 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 sir. Say hello, tell me where you're from. Tell me what you're loving about these Manformation live broadcasts. Tell me what you want to see more of, maybe some suggestions on talking more or a little bit more in depth about some things that I talked about. I want to make this an interactive experience. I want to tailor it just for you. If I'm going to spend all this time connecting, I want to give you what you want. And as your coach and your friend, maybe a few things that maybe you don't realize, but I may know going on this journey, making my Manformation just like you, becoming my best, both inside and outside the gym, some things you may need to consider if you're going to actually crack the code and become that man you really want to be. All right, so let me do a couple sets here as more driven, ambitious men come onto this live broadcast. All right, guys. In this video, I am going to talk about lagging, stubborn body parts. I'm going to give you some next level tips, some things to do to improve those stubborn, lagging body parts. You know, you're putting in this work, you're focused, you're determined, you have this vision of what you want to accomplish with your physique, and like I said, you're willing to do the work. There's nothing more frustrating when you can't crack the code. You have one or two lagging body parts. I'm going to continue my series of videos on giving you some of my experience, my insight, some things for you to consider when you want to bring up those lagging body parts. I'm also going to talk about the call of the day. And what that's about is every single day, I'm going to give you a chance to fill out a questionnaire. Tell me what you're all about. Tell me what your goals are. Tell me what your challenges are. And I'm going to reach out, and I am going to call one driven, ambitious man who takes the time to fill out that questionnaire. And anywhere in the world you might be, I will give you a coaching call today and reach out. As you can see, this tribe of men who love this Manformation process, it's growing both in numbers and intensity. And I get a lot of insight, information, what to do next when I actually connect with you. I love it. I'll talk a little bit more about that. I have a link for you down below where maybe I will be calling you. You're watching these videos all the time. We're connecting. I talked to James. Up in Canada, and we really connected. He's been following me for 15 years, and he said, I feel like we're brothers, right? I want to make that even a deeper connection, and I want you to be persistent and apply for the call of the day, and maybe I'll be talking to you, and we'll even deepen this connection and talk live, and I'll do a one-on-one coaching session with you. Maybe just talk, finally connect, whatever it is, and maybe you'll win the call of the day. And I also want to talk about man-formation eating. Man-formation eating is the perfect fusion of old school structured discipline, bodybuilding nutrition, and new school, effective and efficient science-based eating thinking, right? It's the perfect combination between old school structure that maybe if you're a little bit older like me, you've been doing this for a long time, and it's taking all the new concepts, the new ideas, the cutting edge science that the new school way of thinking brings, that perfect fusion, that perfect combination. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. I've already had literally hundreds of men post in the comment section down below or send me emails because they want this 90-minute man-formation eating audio recording. Again, it's the perfect fusion between old school and new school thinking. I'll tell you the story behind that. If you know you already want it, maybe you kind of saw one of my videos already about it, go ahead and post in the comment section down below or send me an email at skip@skiplacour.com or direct message me, whatever it is. You can take action right now and tell me, I want that man-formation eating 90-minute audio recording, and I'll talk more about that. Let's do another set here. You guys excited today? Guys, I'm telling you, I'm really appreciating all of the love you guys are giving me. Tell me how much you're loving these live broadcasts. You're here every single day. You know, sometimes I need that. It comes right at the perfect time. I'm thinking, do I need to do another live broadcast? You know, maybe I'm being there a little bit too much, you know, and I just stick to it because right at the right time I get an email or a direct message saying, I'm loving your broadcast. I watch you every single day before I get to the gym. And so I'm thinking, hey, I'm here, I'm working out. I love connecting. If they're loving it that much, step up one more time. And then one more time. I don't even know how many days in a row I've been doing these live broadcasts, but I'm loving every minute of it. Hello, Michael. Hello, Mohammed. Good to have you here. All right. Hey, thank you guys so much for all the compliments that you're giving me about what kind of shape I'm in here at 55 and a half years old, 14 years removed from competitive bodybuilding. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm going to talk to you about probably the biggest distinction that led me to this type of condition and how I can contrast that, compare that to when I was a hardcore, disciplined, 6-time national champion bodybuilder. Because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised when I share this information with you, how much I didn't have to sacrifice, be structured, and tie down to look this great at 55 and a half years old. And I appreciate all of the comments from guys a little bit older like me where I have inspired you to get back to working out in the comment section. I appreciate that. Hello, Daniel from Pakistan. So glad you are here today. All right, I'm going to talk more about that man-formation eating. I want you to have the 90-minute audio recording like so many men have already jumped on that. They posted in the comment section below in my past videos, right? I want to talk about the call of the day. This is something that really excites me. It really energizes me to come back and it gives me material to talk about that I know that you want. Sometimes, I've gone through my journey and I see it one way. It's always great to get feedback from you and really have me reconnect and help me help you more effectively and efficiently. So what this call of the day is about, and actually I talked with James up in Canada yesterday, and he reached out, we talked, and it was just so great. He's about my age. He talked about where he was 15 years ago when we connected, what that meant to him, the journey, how I was so focused and passionate and determined, and where he was in his life. And now he's at a different phase of his life. He said, man, I feel like we're brothers. Talking to you is so great. I feel like we're brothers. And I tell you, it's very special to me. I'm glad that I could do that for James. And if I've talked to you, I know I've talked to a lot of the guys who watch these live broadcasts. I make myself available, so we've actually talked on the phone. Just want to tell James, and if I've talked to you on the phone, I'll tell you, anytime, any direction you go in life, there's going to be great things about it that you should really celebrate and appreciate, and there's going to be challenges. That's just the way that it goes. And my competitive bodybuilding days, it had all the great things, right, that I love so much about it, and I get to share with you, and we got to go through it together. But there's a lot of challenges, too. Anytime you focus on one area, you're not focusing on others. And I share some of that with you because I know as you go for what it is you want in life, you're trying to crack the code, and then you're putting a lot of effort, a lot of focus in one area. You feel you're slipping behind, and a lot of guys, they want to know how to do this balance thing. And sometimes we've got to think of balance in a longer period of time, like you're not going to enjoy all facets of life at the same time. And I'll tell you, when I was in my dungeon, focus, chained down to those meals every 2 hours, the nutrient timing, 3 meals after my workout, separating my weight training, from my cardio, 10 hours apart, all those extreme details that helped make me that 6-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder. The good thing is when I talk about Man-Formation, you don't have to do all those and still look great. And that's what I want to share with you in the audio recording that I'm giving away for free. And the sacrifice. And so when I talk to James, it really makes me see how everything comes around and all that effort, how I'm enjoying the benefits now. And I wouldn't get that feeling, that emotion, if I didn't talk to James. There's one thing in my upcoming book, It's a Matter of Trust, Confessions of a Recovering Bodybuilder. You can check that out at skiplacour.com/book. I'm giving out free passage. I want to share my experience with you because I know there are a lot of men, maybe you, who are just like me, who've gone through the same challenge, same victory. You have the same strengths and the same weaknesses, and a lot of guys have gotten a lot of clarity and relief knowing they're not alone. So you can check that out at skiplacour.com, passages to my upcoming book, It's a Matter of Trust, Confessions of a Recovering Bodybuilder. All right. The one thing that I say in that book is everything in life can and will serve you in one way, shape, or form. It's just a matter of time before you realize it. All right. And talking to James yesterday made me realize that the time for me to realize all that dedication, it's more than the muscles. It was more about the trophies. It's about the connection. And so what I want to do, because you hear me talk about it, wow, it's such a thrill talking to guys who've been with me through different phases of life. 20 years we've had this relationship. Now we're at our Man-Formation phase. All right, so I want to make a point every single day, selfishly, and to give back to you, coach you through your challenges, just connect, whatever, to take the time to talk to one man, maybe you today, every single day. That is my goal, all right? I want to create a win-win situation. And so you can click the link, fill out the questionnaire, and submit it to me at skiplacour.com/call, C-A-L-L. That link is down below, skiplacour.com/call. Like, I'm going to call you if you get the call of the day. All right, and this can be anywhere in the world with all the different apps from Skype. I've got a free conference line, WhatsApp, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what part of the world you live in. Fill out that questionnaire, submit it to me, and maybe you will win today's call of the day. I look forward to talking to you. Be persistent because, every time I go live, I will have a call of the day. So you can go there right now and fill out that questionnaire. Tell me about you. Tell me about your challenge. Tell me where you found me. Tell me how long we've been going through the journey. Tell me where you were in that phase of your life. Where are you now? What's your biggest challenge? How can I help you crack the code to your biggest challenge? All right? Do another set here, guys. All right, you guys post down below that you want some of those next level man-formation eating strategies. Go ahead and post the comments and questions down below. It's a 90-minute recording. I'm going to tell you about that in a moment. Get it absolutely free. You just need to take action. You need to comment down below. Sent out. I was up at 2 o'clock this morning. I think I had probably emailed about 200 of these just in the last 12 hours or so. I was up early in the morning doing that. So be patient. Take action now. Tell me you want the Man-Formation Eating 90-minute recording. I'll get that to you. You have to take action. Post in the comment section down below that you want that, or send me a direct message, or send me an email at skip@skiplacour.com. So let me tell you about Man-Formation Eating, the perfect fusion between old school and new school thinking, right? You guys know me as the Mass Machine. Maybe you've seen all of my articles, my diets, how meticulous I was, how the old school, they said, you need to do this, this, and this, and I was more than willing to do this, this, and this, and that too. Whatever it took on my way to becoming a 6-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder and sharing the knowledge all of the way during that journey with you, right? You saw what I did. You could do a Google search, all right? And obviously, I got amazing results. A lot of times you're going to get information from passionate, driven fitness experts on how to eat, how to train. One thing I want to tell you is that we come from a very unique perspective. This is our identity. Many times it's our job. It's everything we think about. We don't think about maybe some of the things that you do. We don't put the priority on other areas of life. So we're willing to put all of our willpower, focus, energy, and time into what we do when it comes to training, eating, and the advice we give. Right? Sometimes we don't realize it because it's so normal for us. It's just who we are. You need to realize that. And as I go through my Man-Formation, I want you to always keep that in mind as you're following the advice from fitness experts. The space they're in that makes them so passionate, makes them so dedicated. Even when fitness experts think they're balanced, I mean, you don't become so outstanding where you're doing YouTube videos all the time or writing all these articles or whatever type of champion if you are so balanced. So just remember that, right? So I did the things that worked, but then after retiring 14 years ago, I wanted to move on. I wanted more things, a family, deeper relationships, business. I had to make up for that time. I couldn't put that extreme focus, right? But I still wanted to have a great body. This was part of my identity too, but I wanted to create a new identity. I couldn't be chained down to all that structure and discipline. I had to find a way. I went out, the young guys, maybe you've seen some of my podcasts or interviews, some of the brightest young minds, right, with this new school thinking. Hey, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. And, you know, I was just like some of the older guys. Hey, what are you talking about? These young guys are cutting corners. They're not willing to pay the price, right? You know, but I'll tell you, I got over all that. And I said, look, I want to learn. I have to be more effective and efficient with my time. I want a great body, but I want to save some of that precious and limited willpower, focus, energy, and time for the other things in life. Is there a way for me to look amazing and not put so much into my physical body, in my eating? Is there a way? And that's what led me to move forward and learn these strategies that I want to share with you. And I did it in a 90-minute audio recording. For 1 hour, I talked about the old school ways, why I did it, why it worked, effective and efficient. I don't use big words. I don't try to impress you with big words. I know big words. I don't need big words to impress you. I just speak in an effective and efficient manner so you get the results that you want. And I did that for an hour. And this was about 20 years of experience and helping other people and then obviously executing. But I took that hour, and what I did is I kind of preface you what this is all about, and then for a half an hour afterwards I said, now look, reevaluating this, now being 55 years old, getting in this kind of shape, all right, what does it take, what does it not take? All right, and I critique that old school way of thinking. I inject what the new school way of thinking is, and I'll tell you this, if I left it all on the floor and it was 11 out of 10 to look the way that I did as a 6-time national champion, to look this way 14 years removed at 55 and a half years old, this is a 6 out of 10. It allows me to put some of that willpower, focus, energy, and time on the other great things in life too without sacrificing, still looking amazing. I want to share these strategies with you. Post in the comment section down below. Send me an email at skip@skiplacour.com or direct message me for that. Tell you, I know there's a lot of guys, maybe you're older, maybe you've moved on from those crazy passionate days that you had before, and you're not doing anything because you only remember the old school ways, and you know you can't fit that into your life. You got family, you got business, and so you're not doing anything. I think that you'll find relief in the Man-Formation eating strategy, the perfect fusion between old school and new school thinking. You'll be able to, hey, maybe I can do this, right? But you're going to have to take action. Let's talk about lagging body parts real quickly. I'm going to have to go here in a second as they're letting people in the gym. Now, I talked about these lagging body parts. I want you to check yourself and take a step back, right? You know when you trained before, you did a bench press and you thought, well, I'm doing the bench press, why isn't my chest growing? And what you did is, with more time, you learn little distinctions, maybe move an elbow here, feeling that mind-muscle connection more effectively. You didn't just take for granted and execute the exercise the same way you did back when you first started the first week. You progressed, you grew, right? Now, you can speed up that process. Instead of being frustrated, hey, I'm doing a bench press, my back isn't growing, my biceps aren't growing, right? I want you to take a step back, use this technology, pull out your phone and study the game tape. Check yourself, study the game tape. Even if you assume that you're doing right, you may find out that that execution isn't exactly what you perceive in your mind or even what it looks in the mirror. You might find out that one limb is a little cockeyed compared to the other one, and it makes all the difference in the world. You got to make sure that you're executing. You don't want to assume that. So you're taking 2 steps back, right, for what that may do. I'll tell you guys, I watch the game tape on when I do these exercises sometimes during these live broadcasts. I notice slight distinction. There's always a higher level of execution. There's always a higher level. And if you're really committed to success, you want to get out the video and break it down. Do 1 or 2 exercises a day. You're going to the gym on a consistent basis. Little by little, that's what it takes to crack the code and get to the next level. Hello, Peter, how are you today, sir? All right, so take the time. Take 2 steps back. It's going to put you 10 steps further at least. So study the game tape, check yourself, pull out your phone, do a couple exercises every couple days, every couple weeks, little by little. You will see these distinctions because we all can see them in ourselves. There's always a higher level. And maybe that stubborn body part will start responding with a little bit more objectivity and perspective that you can't see as you're doing the exercise. You may not even be able to see while you're in the mirror, but setting the camera aside, you'll see whether or not you are executing it the way you envision you did. So that's a little tip. I've got more tips throughout this series of videos on how you can break through and bring up those stubborn, lagging body parts. All right, so that's going to do it for today's live broadcast. Make sure you go to skiplacour.com/call so I can be talking to you on the call a day. Be persistent. I'm going to make one of these calls every single time I go live. I want to talk to you. I want to create that win-win. I want to get the energy from you. I want to know your story, and I want to help you through your biggest challenges through these calls with some private one-on-one coaching. Make sure that you post your comments down below. Tell me that you want the Man-Formation eating strategy like the hundreds of men who've done it right over the last 24 hours. And be patient with me as I'm trying to pump those out through direct message. through your comments down below or sending me an email at skiplacour.com. Manformation Eating Strategies is a 90-minute audio recording, the perfect fusion between old school and new school eating, so you can be effective and efficient with your willpower, focus, energy, and time. You can look great and still have some left in your tank to tackle all those other important areas of life, all right? And as far as those stubborn body parts, take a step back. I want you to just pull out your phone little by little, break down the exercise, and take them to higher and higher levels. Take 2 steps back. Take that time so you can go at least 10 steps forward in the future. Have a great day. Have an outstanding day. Have an awesome day. Think big and think bigger than getting bigger.